In this lesson, you'll learn how to use the Dalvik Debug Monitor Server, or DDMS. DDMS can be used with either the emulator running a virtual device or with a real device attached to your computer via a USB cable. In this lesson, we'll use it with a virtual device, and in a coming lesson, with a real device. So please bring up Eclipse with your first app workspace, as I've done. Once it's running, open your main Java code file by double-clicking here. Click on the debug perspective, and if you have any breakpoints, clear them by clicking the double X's. Next, click the debug button to start your app. Once it starts, then we can verify that by looking in the emulator. We'll minimize that for now. Click on the DDMS button to bring up the DDMS perspective. The first DDMS feature I'll demonstrate is one of the most used, and that is taking screenshots. This is especially important for creating graphics you'll use to list and market your app on Google Play. We'll look more at marketing your apps on Google Play in another lesson. Here's how taking screenshots works. Once you have a screen image showing on your emulator or real device, click the screen capture button, the little camera here, and you'll see your screen image appear. You're only seeing a portion of the screen on my computer because of the resolution I'm using for recording. Now, this won't cause a problem in using the image. And we have a few options on what we can do with the image. We can rotate it and keep rotating it to bring it back to vertical position. We can refresh the image. We can copy it to the clipboard, or we can save it, which is what we're going to do by clicking the Save button. I'll save it with the name Screen Test 1, and it's saved. And I go look in my folder. So I've found the image in the folder, and you can see we've captured the entire screen. Now let's take a look at some of the detail about your device that's available through DDMS in the windows on the right. So let's go back to Eclipse. We can kill this window. And we'll begin by highlighting our app project here, then click Update Heap, which I'll explain in a moment, and update our threads. Okay. The Threads window displays information about app threads, and if you double-click on a thread, down below you see information on classes, methods, and files. And we'll be looking at threads in more detail in a future lesson. The heap window shows information on memory heaps, which are tree structure storage organizations. If we click on Cause GC, or Cause Garbage Collection, you'll see some information appear. Garbage collection reclaims memory that's not in use. And if you click on an entry below, you'll see a graphic representation of size allocations down here. The allocation tracker window shows how memory was allocated. We click on Start Tracking and Get Allocations. You click on an entry, you see class, method, and file information down below. Network Statistics shows usage of the network, which we're not using in this app. The File Explorer window gives us access to files on the device. If you click a folder, as I have here, notice there's buttons here to pull a file from the device or push a file onto the device. The Emulator Controls window is useful if we're using the emulator and want to simulate telephony and/or location controls. The GPX is a GPS, or Global Positioning System, exchange file, and KML is a keyhole markup language file. A keyhole markup language is an XML notation for expressing geographic annotation and visualization with internet-based 2- and 3-dimensional maps on Earth browsers. GPX and KML are used for mockups of location data in testing apps that use functions such as mapping. There's some additional information about using DDMS on the Android web page that's located in the Tools section under Debugging. See it located here. So that's an overview of DDMS capabilities. and it's an important part of your testing and debugging toolkit.